Hello students, welcome to Center Journal classes. Students, we are working from home. Now to look at the question number first of exercise 13.2. So in this question we have given that probability of event A equals to 3 by 5 and probability of event B equals to 1 over 5. Then we have to find P A intersection B if A and B are independent events. So we know that for independent events, P A intersection B will equals to P A dot P B. Okay, so P A is 3 by 5 and P B is 1 by 5. So that is 3 by 25. Very simple, this is our answer. P A intersection B equals to 3 by 25. So it is only when events are independent to each other. Okay, now look at the question number second. So question number 2 is that there two cards are drawn at random and without replacement from a pack of 52 playing cards. So we have 52 cards and we have drawn two cards without replacement. Okay, to find the probability that both the cards are black. Find the probability that both the drawn cards are of black color. Okay, so now let E1 is the event, drawing first black card, and E2 is the event drawing second black card, and we have to find P1 E2, simultaneous occurrence of these two events. Okay, so by which theorem we will solve it? We will solve it by multiplication theorem of probability. So first of all, find P1. P1 means that probability of drawing a black card. So how many black cards are there? 26 black cards are there. So it could be 26 upon 52. It means what? 1 by 2. Okay. Now PE2, drawing a black card when already a black card is drawn. Okay. So now how many black cards we left with? There were 26. So out of 26, one we have already drawn. So we left with 25. So 25 upon, and how many total card would be there? 51. So 25 by 51. So now P E1 E2 would be equals to Pe1 dot Pe2 slash E1. Now we have both the values. So 1 by 2 into 25 by 51. So that is 25 by, this is a required probability. I hope it's clear. So please pause the video and note it down. Now look at the third question. So in the third question we have given that a box of oranges is inspected by the examining team by taking 3 randomly selected oranges drawn without replacement. If all the oranges are good, the box is approved for sale. Otherwise, it is rejected. Find the probability that a box containing 50 oranges, out of which 12 are good and 3 are bad. So we have a basket where we have overall 15 oranges. Out of these 15, 12 are good and 3 oranges are bad. Okay, now we have a lot of boxes like that. So there is an inspection team. So they will approve a particular box for sale if they pick any 3 randomly chosen oranges. If they all are good, then they will give a green signal to the box that it is ready to the sale. Otherwise they will reject it. So we have to find what is the probability that this box will be approved for sale. So when it will be approved for sale? When the randomly chosen 3 oranges will be good. Okay, so now let E1 is the event drawing first good orange. Now E2 is a drawing second good orange, and E3 is the event drawing third good orange. Okay, and this box will be approved for sale when all these 3 oranges will be good. So actually we have to find the probability of E1 intersection E2 intersection E3 or P, E1, E2 and E3, that we have to find. Okay, now first of all find probability of E1. So probability of E1 would be equals to drawing first good orange. I have to pick a good orange. How many good oranges are there? 12. So 12y, and how many total oranges are there? 15. So 12 by 15. Now find the probability of drawing a second good orange when already one orange is taken. So we will left with 11 good oranges upon 15. Now the probability of E3 when two good oranges already be taken. So that will be equals to 10 by 40. Sorry, it will be 14 and it will be 13. Okay. So now, so P, E1, E2 and E3 would equals to P E1 dot P E2 slash E1 dot P E3 slash E1 E2. So now what I have to do? I have to just multiply all these three values. So 12 by 15 into 11 by 14 into 10 by 30. Now multiply this, you will get the required probability. I hope it's clear. Please pause the video and note it down. Now look at the question number 4. So in question number 4 we have a fair coin and an unbiased dice are rolled. We have a coin and a dice. Okay, we have rolled each other together. Let A be the event. A is the event. Head appears on the coin. Head appears on the coin. And B is the event. 3 on die. B is the event. 3 on die. Okay. Now we have to check whether A and B are independent events or not. Okay. So first of all, what would be the sample space when we roll a coin and dice? So it could be that on coin there is head. Okay, so there could be 1, there could be 2, on a dice 3, head comma 4, head comma 5 and head comma 6. And if there is a tail on the coin, then it could be 1 on the dice, 2 on the dice, 3 on the dice, similarly till T6. Okay, now what are the elements in set A? Head appears on the coin. Okay, so heads in all these cases. Head comma 1, head comma 2, head comma 3, head comma 4, head comma 5 and head comma 6. Okay, now event B would be 3 on die, so that would be head comma 3 and T comma 3. These are the only elements in which 3 will be on die. Okay, so now probability of A, PA would be equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 elements, 6 upon, and these are total 12 elements. Also that is 1 by 2. Okay, now probability of B, that would be equals to, there are 2 elements, 2 upon 12, so that would be 1 by 6. Okay, now find A intersection B. What is the common between them? So there is only one term is common, that is H comma 3. So H comma 3. So probability of A intersection B would be equals to one element only, 1 by 12. So now P A intersection B is equals to 1 by 12, which is equals to PA dot PB. Now check it out. PA is 1 by 2 and PB is 1 by 6. So 1 by 2 into 1 by 6, 1 by 12. So for independent event, PA intersection B should be equals to PA dot PB, which is true for this case. Hence A and B are independent events. Very easy question. I hope it's clear. So please pause the video and note it down. Now look at the question number 5. So question number 5 says that a die marked 1, 2, 3 in red. So on a die, red color is on 1, 2, 3. And there is a green color on the numbers 4, 5, 6. Okay, then it is tossed. Let A the event, the number is even. A is the event, the number is even. The number is even. and B be the event that number is red, and B is the event that number is red. Number is red. Now are A and B independent? We have to check that. Okay, so now the number is even. What are the numbers are even? 2, 4 and 6. Event B, number is red. So red are 1, 2, 3. So and A intersection B would be equals to 2. Okay, now find each one's probability. So P A intersection B, that would be equals to 1 by 6. Okay, P A would be equals to probability of event A, that would be 3 upon 6, 1 by 2. Okay, and P B would be, there are 3 events, so 3 upon 6, that is 1 by 2. So if these events A and B will be independent, then the inequality P A intersection B, it means 1 upon 6, should be equals to P A dot P B. P A dot P B. But P A dot P B would be 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, 1 by 4, which is not equal to 1 by 6 clearly, because P A by P B equals to 1 by 4. Hence A and B are not independent events. I hope it's clear. Very easy questions. Now sir, please pause the video and note it down. Now look at the question number 7. So in this question we have that probability of event A is 1 by 2, probability of event B is P, and probability of A union B equals to 3 by 5. We have to find the value of P for two cases. First case is A and B are mutually exclusive. Then we have to find the value of P, and the second one is A and B are independent. So we are solving the first case. So whenever two events are mutually exclusive, if A and B are mutually exclusive, then we know that the intersection of those events would be 5. If intersection is 5, then their probability would equals to what? 0. Okay, so now we have P A union B equals to 3 by 5. And what is the formula for P A union B? That would be P A plus P B minus P A intersection B equals to 3 by 5. So P A is 1 by 2 and P B is small p, that would be 0. Okay, it would be 0 equals to 3 by 5. So from here P would be equals to 3 by 5 minus 1 by 2. That would be 10. So 6 minus 5, that would be 1 by 10. So the first value of P, that is 1 by 10 answer. That is the for case when A and B are mutually exclusive. Now for the second part, when A and B are independent, then probability of A intersection B would be equals to P A dot P B. Okay, now suppose this is equation number first. So now put the value of P A intersection B in equation number first. So that would be P A plus P B minus P A intersection B means what? P A dot P B equals to 3 by 5. So P A is 1 by 2 plus P B is P minus P A is 1 by 2 into P B is P equals to 3 by 5. So it means what? P minus half P, that would be P by 2. So P by 2 would be 3 by 5 minus 1 by 2, which is equals to 1 by 10. So from here that will be 5 times. So P equals to 1 by 5. So this is the value of P when the events are independent. I hope it's clear. Please pause the video and note it down.